Hello and welcome back to another episode of News That You Missed, the video game news show that recaps stories you might have missed this week that might be important to you in the video game industry at large. Today we're going to be talking about some Pokemon leaks, we have some Overwatch skins, a report about Rage 2, some details on that, a few games being delayed to 2019, as well as some fighting games and some tournaments. So if that sounds super interesting to you, stay tuned. Ladies and gentlemen, my contest that I do monthly for Patreon users, as well as you subscribers, where I give away a Nintendo Switch each month, the winners have been declared already, and you can find the winners on the community tab, as well as over on Patreon. If you are a donator on Patreon, you'll see who won. Ladies and gentlemen, congratulations if you did indeed win, and yeah, make sure to check into that if you're interested in that. Some people are, some people aren't. Also, I'm on the road to 1 million subscribers, and I would really appreciate it if you subscribe. You can wait until the end of the video to subscribe if you think I actually earned your subscription and you like to see video game news every single week. Let me know with your subscription in a comment down below if you subscribed, and welcome to the Maverick Rebellion. Now, with that out of the way, I suppose we should just jump right into the news. And the first big story coming out is something that I've already covered, but it's still kind of important to note because big news agencies are picking up on the Pokemon Switch leaks. Yes, that's the Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee, the leaks that have come out. There's a lot of insinuation that there very well may indeed be these types of games that are going to end up being kind of Kanto Generation 1 remakes on the Pokemon Switch. There's not much else to discuss about this because I have videos going really in depth about what this is and what's going on with it. You may end up going back to Kanto for remakes of Pokemon Red and Blue Generation 1. You need to register to play Super Smash Bros. At E3. So you can't just go to E3 and walk in and play Smash Bros. That's not how it works. What is this, 1987? What do you think this is? We're just letting you play video games? Snarkiness aside, you really do have to register. So if you're interested in testing out Smash Bros., you might want to take the link to this article in the description below and get all the details. They have everything you need to know about that. Also in fighting game news, the first Evo in Japan lost over $1 million. And that is unfortunately due to the simple fact that Japan law only allows you to pay out 20 times the entry fee. So in order for them to get the amount of money that they actually wanted from Evo, they actually had to make the tournament free of entry. So therefore, they had a little bit of an issue because there weren't enough sponsors as well to make the tournament profitable. That's a lot of money to lose, even though they did have over 7,000 entrants. I feel bad for people in the fighting game scene over in Japan. Definitely no questioning that it's kind of rough at this point in time when you're losing $1 million on something. That's not a little bit of money to sneeze at, but hopefully it will pick up in the future, and the best of luck to the Evo participants in the future as well. Grand Theft Auto 5 has sold over 95 million copies. It's really good, I guess. I mean, it's great for Rockstar. I gotta tell you, Grand Theft Auto 5 is probably one of my most favorite games I played in my lifetime. I think it's a really great game, and if you have yet to play it, I would strongly suggest picking it up and at least attempting it. Even if you've heard things about Grand Theft Auto and you have your own reservations for it, 95 million copies speaks for itself. That's amazing. So Soldier 76 and Tracer on Overwatch are getting anniversary skins, and they have been revealed. Tracer has a very strange, very bright lime greenish yellowish kind of a lightning tracer. It's very, very bright yellow, and maybe I'm just not seeing the colors right, but it's an interesting skin. If it's something you want, you can always get that. That's Overwatch Anniversary 2018. And then also Soldier 76 gets the more interesting skin, if you ask me. It's a Venom soldier, and this guy is, well, the article says it's like a Saturday morning cartoon villain, and yeah, I have to agree, he looks pretty cool, without question. So I definitely would be going for the Soldier 76 skin if it were me. And I still think it's pretty cool that they update the characters regularly in the game. Nier creator, stop complaining about fan art and cosplay. So this is difficult to read through and sort through, but basically this individual wants people to knock off the fan art and cosplay complaints. That is to say, people complaining about other people's cosplay and fan art. So He says he is not going to actively retweet fan art or cosplay because he doesn't want to broadcast them to, quote, strange people. So again, this is worded very strangely, but when you read through it all, you'll get to the understanding that he's saying that it's okay if the illustrations are no good, or if they don't even look anything like the character. At the very least, he's happy. That is what he went on to say. But generally speaking, those folks that are doing it, they're doing it because they like it, and he thinks that people on the outskirts shouldn't moan and complain. So basically, if somebody draws something and it looks awful, you really shouldn't be moaning and complaining that they're getting attention for their cosplay or their art or things like that, because he thinks at least it makes them happy. He does retweet people who do it professionally because it's their job to get people's attention. So if you do see him retweeting that stuff, that is the reason why, because it's their business or it's their job or they're associated with that game. So there you go, ladies and gentlemen. Once again, just an individual out there saying, hey, you know, stop moaning and whining about other people's creations. If you don't like it, just ignore it. So I agree with his sentiments. Rage 2 will not have any loot boxes. I love Rage. I love Rage the game. I think it's a really great game. And Rage 2 not having any loot boxes really makes me extremely happy. Now, it was stated that the developers and the creators of Rage 2 do want people to play Rage 2 longer. However, they didn't elaborate on what that means. That could mean in-depth quests. That could mean arbitrary wait times. It could mean any number of things, both negative and positive. But what's for sure is that there will not be any loot boxes in the game, which I don't think Rage 2 should have had loot boxes to begin with, because Rage 1 wasn't that popular. Rage 2 is really going to have to garner an audience to get people playing. I don't know if it will, man. I really don't. And I have a feeling that it really won't with the games that we have out today. But here's to hoping, right? Okami HD is heading to the Switch in August, ladies and gentlemen. That's already been announced, but if you missed out on Okami HD, it's a pretty decent game. So if you'd like to get it for your Switch, I highly recommend it. I think a lot of people would probably like that game, especially people who play Nintendo games. Metro Exodus is delayed to 2019. That's early 2019. The reason for this is not expanded upon, so they didn't answer why it was delayed. Who knows? Maybe they don't want to compete with games like Call of Duty Black Ops 4 and Red Dead Redemption 2, and, well, hey, whatever Nintendo's going to put out, whether it's going to end up being Smash Brothers or Pokemon on the Switch or a completely new entry, maybe even Metroid will make a surprise appearance. I wouldn't want to compete with those games either, so I gotta tell you, it would make sense that they would delay it to early 2019, so you don't have much competition. In other delay news, we have Shenmue III release date being pushed into 2019, unfortunately, as well. So they said, quote, "To all our backers, we are very sorry for the delay. After much discussion with our partners, Deep Silver, we have concluded that extending the release will allow us to deliver Shenmue III at its best. We promise to use this time to improve the quality of Shenmue III." So there you go. Delayed, delayed, delayed. Games being delayed aren't exactly the most important or exciting part to a game release, but at the end of the day, I definitely would prefer a game to be delayed and polished properly, because you can definitely fix a game before it's released, but once it's released, everyone's going to see it, and they're going to make their judgments, and you're going to lose a mass chunk of people before the game is going to be played by those people. So even if you patched it a day or two later, you might have already lost the collective audience and had critics pan your game, which would translate into extremely poor sales and a bad time. That's all I got to say. So, ladies and gentlemen, that'll do it for this issue of What You Miss News, News That You Miss, whatever you like to call it. It's an issue. It's a magazine. I'll turn it into a magazine now. All right? You're just watching it on a video instead of reading it. Sound good? Great. If you like the way I do things here, let me know with a big like and share of the video. You can always subscribe. Once again, road to 1 million subscribers, and I'd love the Maverick Rebellion to grow into 1 million nationwide, worldwide. Why not? Let's just expand our horizons to the universe. Hell, maybe aliens could subscribe to me. So, I've been your host, Protomario, and I'm signing out. As always, good gaming, God bless, and I hope to see you back here in the next episode of News That You Missed. And I'll take it over to the end card slate so you can find some more videos and content that you might be interested in watching.